ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I hope you guys all had a good Easter. It's back to reality today, back to work. I had a nice 4 days, so back to work to do this thing. So if you guys watched ESPN, you've seen that there was a report about Odell Beckham possibly being traded. And this kind of stems from the offseason antics that he kind of had. Remember, he was caught in a hotel room with some white substance and some girls and a possible blunt or something. I'm not gonna say he's been a problem his entire career, but he's kind of had, well, sometimes when you get those guys that have been standout players like Odell Beckham, who in my opinion is one of the better receivers in the game, you kind of there's some leniency with that, right? You can kind of act out and nothing happens to you until you fall off or you have a down season like Colin Kaepernick or something like that. Okay, you can kind of get away with that, and he's kind of toting that line of being I guess shunned from his team, right? So remember, Ben McAdoo, the coach from last year, and also Jerry Reese, the general manager for a long time in New York, were fired last year after the debacle and the Eli Manning benching, which I thought was a little unjust. I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, and even I felt bad for Eli. I didn't think he deserved that. But so back to Odell Beckham. So the new general manager and the coach came out and said, nobody's safe. You know what I mean? They're trying to rebuild that organization. They have a long way to go. And the last thing that they need or want is any distractions, even if it comes from a player of the caliber of Odell Beckham, which I said is top 5 receiver in the game when healthy. So yesterday, Adam Schefter reported that there was some truth behind the rumors that it's possible that Odell Beckham could be traded. So when you think about that, it doesn't seem logical. I mean, he's a very good young receiver, and he'd be a great addition to any team. But then you got to wonder about salary cap and how much he would cost. And then you think about what teams desperately need a number 1 receiver and who can afford to pay him. And the first team that came to mind for me was San Francisco 49ers. So they do have Marquise Goodwin, who I think he's going to be a stud, man. I like that guy a lot. But they are trying to get Jimmy G some help. So is it possible they make a play for Odell Beckham? And then what's the asking price? So they're gonna have to re-sign him, I believe. Which you're looking. I mean, he's gonna need some big money. And then they want a first-round pick. Does it have to be a top 10 pick this year, or they want any first-round pick this year and a first-round pick next year? So I don't know if San Francisco's in the running for that. I think he would tremendously help their team. Then you have to look at a team like Jacksonville. But then does Jacksonville, I mean, they've never been the team to sign those big name players, especially when they have some baggage like Odell has. And maybe Carolina. Carolina needs a number 1 desperately, and it would help Cam Newton tremendously. They do have McCaffrey. I think he'd be a good addition to Carolina. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I definitely think that it's possible Odell Beckham could be gone. I would be surprised, but I think the possibility is there. So let me know what you guys think. You think he's going to be a goner? You think you're going to keep him? What do you think is going to happen? I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.